Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Dear Source, your ascendancy hotline, where we talk about all things, all things that are life, from parenting to relationships to work to business. Everything that we have come in here to experience is part of our spiritual growth and our spiritual lesson. And we are just it's such a gift. It's such a gift for us to understand what is the spiritual lesson in what we are going through, because it is here for the highest and greatest growth of each and every one of us. And so it's such a privilege for me to be a channel for Source and to connect in to what needs to be shared out into the world. What do people need to hear? Where are people at? And so I could not be more excited for today's episode. It's a little bit different than what we typically do with a letter and reading that. So before we dive in, for all of the new subscribers, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things that help this grow and get the message out there. I appreciate this. I am so grateful. And I just would continue to advocate and have you share with who needs to hear this. So thank you in advance from the bottom of my heart. And I am just here to be a vessel for Source to flow through, which is such a beautiful gift. So with that being said, I actually was in a coaching session today, and I typically, all of that's confidential, so it's not about sharing any of that. But one of the things that I get asked a lot is, in working with me as a coach, what's the difference? Like, how do I differentiate myself from every other coach that is out there? And it's such a great question. And really, my answer is really simple, is I am here to witness you. I am here to be a mirror. I am here to be a reflection of the divinity of who you are. And we all need a coach and mentor. I work with a coach because I need that guidance. I need somebody reflecting back to me what maybe I'm having a hard time seeing or knowing about myself. But a really great coach is someone just holding space for you, someone helping you understand that you are the one that holds all the answers. It's all within you. There is no one external to you that holds the answers. You hold them all within yourself. And typically, how that works is you have the aha moments. A great coach is just reflecting back the words you're saying, like digging into things that you are reflecting to them, embodying what you're giving to them to give that back to you, and really witnessing and standing in the truth of who you are. When I think about what is my role on this planet as a soul, why did God bring me here in this day and age today at this time, is to help people remember who they are, to help people stand in their divinity and to love every aspect of themselves, to be in their truth, to be in their authenticity. That we don't have to run the human societal programs that we've all been taught, that we are here to remember our divinity. I am my soul, and my body is part of my soul, but I am my soul. I am the emanation of God Himself. The frequency that I am here to emit as an output of my soul is just a reflection of me internally. That's it. I am just here to be a vessel through which pure divine source energy runs through through the energetic body that I am to then be output into the world. I have nothing to be other than that emanation of source itself. There is nothing that I'm here to do other than to embody that frequency. And we are here to hold true to that frequency, to know that we are all the same, yet we're all unique, because the vibration and the soul and the imprint that we are here to gift the world is unique to us. There is no two souls that emanate at the same frequency unless you believe in the concept of a twin flame, that you incarnated twice in this lifetime. Your soul is housed in has two bodies, but the soul itself is operating at the same frequency. Some people say there's 144 of us on the planet that are of that nature. I think, again, labels, attachment, who are you, all of those things are neither here nor there. Anything with attachment is associated with the ego. We are here, and the work that I'm here to do is, how do you start to reside in your heart, Christ-centered space to requalify your ego, to understand that those are just lessons that point you back to the truth of who you are. We are not lack. We don't need to attach to the outcome, because the desires of our Father are to be made manifest through us. We are the infinite abundance of the universe. We are here to receive the infinite abundance of the universe, because the universe is friendly. The universe is giving. There is no duality in our world. It's just isness. We assign it through our ego if it's good or bad. We have judgments if that's good or bad, because we want, that keeps us safe. Our ego's job, we're here to dissolve our ego. We're here to truly balance the humanness and our divinity. We're here to know when the ego is talking and how to requalify that through our heart-based centeredness into love and light, and connected at a higher level. So it is such a privilege to step into this work as a shaman. How do I bring shamanism into what I do? Shamanism is just the most ancient form, I think, of interconnectedness with the universe, and it is a healer. They're starting to study Jesus now as a shaman and as a mystic, which just means you're tapped into the oneness of the universe, and you're using that energy and that magic to heal the world, to heal people in front of you. And yes, there's things you can do, from house clearings and energy clearings to retrieving souls to doing depossession work. There's a whole bunch of things as a shaman that I'm capable of doing, whether that's on people, whether that's on structures, whether that's on businesses. Everything that we deal with is energy. There's souls and energies in everything. And I was called and asked to step into those gifts. How do we specifically create oneness in business? How do we use energetics in business to create a better world? How do we create businesses that are in service to humanity? And in that service to humanity, they receive the infinite abundance that the universe has to give them, because they're in right relationship with how the universe operates. That's what I was called in to do as a coach in leadership, coach to entrepreneurs, coach to business owners, was to really step in and understand that the work that we're here to do is the energetic work. It's not the tactics that you are going to then go into action with. It's about right alignment. It's about coming into alignment. It's about tuning yourself into alignment. That's the work that we're here to do, to know that everything is spiritual. There is not one thing that exists on this planet that is not spiritual. It is a spiritual lesson because we are governed under the law of one, that there is only one of us here. There is one energy, and out of that energy, everything is created. We are the creators of our reality. We understand that I am the creator of the reality that I operate within. If I think a thought, it's made manifest. That's how powerful we are. It's not so instantaneous, so we don't even realize it. But the energy, the vibe, what you put out into the universe has to be reciprocated back to you. That's the law. Only what you are not giving can be lacking in any situation. And are we all willing? The other thing I like to is, are we all willing to play with all our chips in? Are we all willing to go broke and gamble everything to be our true, authentic self, to put it all on the line, to put it all out there? That's why we came in here. That's why we're here. We're here to actualize at the highest level of which God desires of us. Desire means of the Father. So when you have desires, that comes from the Father. That comes from God Himself. He wants you to be made manifest on this earth. So are you willing to become the frequency that allows that to come to fruition? It's not about your ego. It's not about turning your weaknesses into a strength. It's about dropping all of that bullshit and remembering that at the essence of who you are your soul. And your only job here is to tune that to the highest frequency, which is authenticity. And that's it. That's all we came here to do, is to tune into that. And as we tune into that and we do that work, everything else is going to unlock for us. That's it. That's all we have to do. We don't have to go strive and do, and if you do this, and what about this, and read this self-help book. Even self-help, what I would tell you, is the ego. It's telling you you're separate from yourself. There's something wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are an emanation of Source itself. There is nothing wrong with you. And I've been there, but I also have to drop that storyline and go, you know what? I am the divinity of which God made manifest on this earth and put through this body. I just have to be available for Him to work through me. I'm not here for Erin's will. I'm here for God's will. What would God's will have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? It's going to align all the right people on your path. You're going to say all the right things. All the things that are meant for you will happen, because that is how the universe works. Am I just willing to be the frequency that God asked me to be, to receive that, to drop the fear and control and step into a place of ease and surrender? The universe is always gifting you exactly what you want. You create the resistance. And you create the resistance by having thoughts that go back and forth. When you're really aligned, that's when it starts to drop in. That's the work that I'm called here to do. That, oh, you are all worthy of remembering you. There is no other you. You are God made manifest. God would not know himself if he didn't get to experience himself through you. And we wouldn't know God if we ourselves were not human to experience our divinity through this human experience. We need both to exist in order for us to understand the inner workings of the universe. So if you want to step into the highest and greatest version of yourself, if you want a life of ease and peace and flow and trust and complete authenticity of who you are, book a call. Let's talk. Let's work together. It's the most beautiful experience to work with the incredible clients that I get to work with and witness back to them who they are to help them remember the essence of their being. There is no magic. I'm not here to solve everybody's problems because you have no problems truly. They're all just spiritual lessons. But it's not about, somebody is never going to hold the answers for you. If I can reiterate one thing, our ego itself is our own energy designed to work against us. So if you're working with somebody else's ego, they possibly cannot be working for the highest and greatest good of you. Are you working with a true healer? Are you working with somebody that holds space? Are you working with somebody that can truly be an emanation of source itself? That's the question. If that's who you want to work with, then you need to get on my calendar. If that's who you want to work with to help align your business so that you can prosper, this is prosperity. This is true abundance. When you come into alignment with this, this is when magic happens. Book a call. Book a call. I would love to have you on my calendar. I'm also creating an incredible community where you can come in, get daily meditations, health, wellness, you name it, you can come in. It's a one-stop shop. There's going to be groups where you can connect and talk about all things and spiritual lessons to elevate us as a human collective. We need to get back to the essence of our being, that we exist in relationship, and we exist in relationship through conversation. So much more to come. I could not be more excited about that. I have a couple workshops coming up in the new year to get you connected to the soul of your business. So I'll be doing a couple videos on that. Like, what is the soul of your business? Does your business have a soul? All of those magical things, as well as how to elevate your frequency as a leader. So much more to come. I am here in service of source. I am here to uplevel humanity through my vessel. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the listeners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Continue to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things. And today I want to wrap up with something that was super profound that I got to witness somebody earlier. And this came out of, it's a Mary Magdalene oracle, but I just was like, I've got to share this out into the ethers today. So I pray that everybody that needs to hear this hears this. And it says, so the card that I pulled was the good. And it says, I am inherently good. And it says, if we let it, the fact that we are good, that truth alone can transform our entire lives. We can let go of the guilt, the shame, the feeling of not being enough or being far too much. We can let go of the idea that we are somehow less or worthless because we are human. We can let go of the idea that God is a divine being who was way up there, way beyond us and out of our reach. We can let go of this idea of a spiritual hierarchy, this idea that somehow we are ranked on some vertical axis from the most saintly at the tippy top to the most sinful down at the bottom. we can let go of this constant struggle to feel good, and that we can begin to remember the truth that we are good. We are part of the ultimate good. And this is both our truth to claim and our purpose to live. The Gospel of Mary doesn't refer to God as God at all. God, of course, is the masculine form of the Creator or divine being in the English language. The feminine form is goddess. The Gospel of Mary refers to God or goddess as the ultimate creator as simply the good. And the Gospel of Mary explains that human beings are not inherently or innately sinful. Human beings are good. Christ explains the human condition in Mary's gospel by saying, quote, "The good came among you, pursuing the good which belongs to every nature." Mary 3:5. The good belongs to every nature. This is important to emphasize. The good here isn't earned. The good belongs to us, within us. The good is inherent in what it means to be human. Start here. You are good. Let that truth ring through you. Let that truth guide you. Let that truth remind you of who you are and of your purpose here on earth. You are inherently good. And with that goodness, you will see all of creation differently. You will see that very nature, that every nature, every modeled form, every creature belongs to the same goodness that you are. So I'll end this with, what good can I see in myself in this moment? So until next time, honor your truth, trust the process, and stay connected to source.